content creator couples and what they do. Oh yeah. So um Squirtle sent me. I gotta rename Yamin. Yamin is Squirtle. Squirtle is Yamin. Whenever you hear me say Yamin or you hear me say Squirtle, I'm talking about the same person. So Squirtle sent me this fucking tweet. If I can find it real quick. But it was basically like breaking down. And who is it from? So it's this girl on Twitter, and it says it's basically talking about the couple. Like I'm sure y'all seen like the couple Instagram or TikTok or YouTube stories where it's like they catch each other like the quote unquote perfect date night, the quote unquote perfect day together type shit, and it's basically a video of this couple just doing random shit throughout the day, and the whole thing is filmed. So like the tweet was basically talking about it's a whole fucking Twitter thread actually, but the whole thing is talking about how these YouTube content creator couples do all this extra ass shit for these quote unquote perfect moments or these quote unquote goal relationship goal type moments and shit. And bruh, like I've had this thought before, but it wasn't until like I got to scrolling down and reading some of the tweets in the thread and shit. And it's like, my nigga, just think about this shit. That's some wild ass shit, bruh. Like it's shown in the video. It's got a video of a part of a clip of the video is them. One clip is them walking out the apartment, right? So think about this. You getting ready, you getting dressed and whatnot. You get dressed, y'all get ready to leave. Y'all set the camera up. Excuse me. Y'all set the camera up at the doorway, pointing at the doorway, so we can catch y'all walking out the doorway, right? You walk out the doorway for the camera purposes. You walk out the doorway to catch yourself walking out the doorway. Close the door. Then you got to go back in the house, get the phone or the camera, and then actually leave to take it with you. All right. So then it's another clip. There's another part of the video where they pulling up to a restaurant, right? And this is the only way that this shit can go in my head. So the guy pulls up to the restaurant, drops the chick off at the curb, and says, "All right, you get out, get the camera or get your phone ready. I'm gonna spin the block. I'm gonna spin the block in the parking lot, and you gonna catch me pulling up in the truck, and then we gonna park and act like we both just got out." Like my nigga, these things got to travel with a fucking tripod and all this shit. But it's like, bro, just think about how, like, just think about the mindset or the mind state that you got to be in to be like, okay, we got to do this thing, but we got to catch it on camera. So we got to set the camera up. Then we got to do this thing. Then we got to go back, get the camera, and then go on to the next spot. To then set the camera up, do this thing, grab the camera, and go to the next spot and do some other shit. So it's like, bruh, essentially, it takes them, I'll say, 12 hours. So, because it's a whole bunch of these shits where they like document the whole day type shit. So you got to think about that. You got to do that shit all day where you set the camera up, do some shit for the camera, grab the camera, and go and actually do some shit. And then you got to do it again, set the camera up, do some shit for the camera, then go actually do some shit. And then you got to keep, like, at every stage of pulling up in the car somewhere, going in and out the door, like we leaving the house together, we getting dressed together, we taking a shower together type shit. Like you got to do all this shit for the camera. And then at the end of it, you got to grab the camera and then go to another location, do some other shit for the camera. And then you got to edit the shit, put everything together, and then post it. So my nigga, it's like a 12-hour day of record. A 12-hour day that really could have been probably 6 hours if you wasn't performing for the camera. Now a 6-hour day turns into a 12-hour day of shooting, which then turns into another 2.5, 3 hours of editing, and then you got to post the shit, bro. Like that's some sick shit, bro. That is some sick psycho shit to actually sit and go through this shit. But these motherfuckers do this shit all the fucking time. And there's so many goddamn YouTube couples that do this shit on a regular basis, my nigga. Like I do this podcast shit, but my nigga, it's like I got my mic, I got my laptop, my audio interface, my mic, and my phone right there. That's all I need. These motherfuckers has got tripods and GoPros and setting up over here, and I'm a drop you off, then I'm gonna spin the block, pull back up like we pulled up together. I'm gonna set the camera up in the corner of the room so we can catch us praying with the kid and praying before we go to bed. Like my nigga, think about this shit, bro. Like that is oh my nigga, that's some insane shit to me, dog. But yeah, shout out to that Twitter thread because that shit was fucking hilarious, my nigga. But yeah, that was my random thought. That was my random thought of the week. Shout out to shout out to Squirtle for that shit.